Do you know what just dawned on me during the week while I was down the centre? And it's always been there, and I don't know why I never actually thought about it. There's 2 flower shops beside each other in the centre with 2 different companies.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is. Besides Sugar Dolls.
Yeah, that's only one.
No, that's 2 different fucking flower shops. Isn't that chaotic?
Why is that a thing?
I don't know. And then they have display. I could be wrong. Get onto the Instagram and tell me if I'm wrong. But the 2 of them have displays there. And it all just gets very... Because Mother's Day obviously was up and there was like a massive display outside both of the shops. And I just looked up at the banners. And one is like Bellflowers and the other one is... I can't remember the name of the other one. But they're different shops.
Okay. My mind is blank.
I'm fucking...
My mind is blank.
I can't process it. Hello, and you're very welcome along to the Unpopular Opinion podcast. My name is Jen, and this week we have...
I'm back.
Carla's back.
I'm back. Yes,
Nearly replaced you.
You kept saying it, Jen. Oh my God, man. You kept saying it.
Yeah.
And I was like...
I was rinsing
funny,
it.
like.
Yeah, I was rinsing it, yeah.
Yeah.
I was considering it. No, but I missed you then. Ooh. You and me ma were away at the same time and the whole place just felt empty.
That's happened to Stacey. I was away and her dad, and she was like, fuck this now. I have fucking nothing to be doing with myself.
And do you know what? And I'm not going to lie, when my ma was away, the house was a lot easier to run because we weren't like...
Yeah.
We don't butt heads.
No, but it's very...
We do get in each other's way.
It's your place then. It's your palace.
And like my dad was still there, but I mean, he does fuck all. He just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's great.
He's grand. He potters around.
Yeah, but he's grand. Like you wouldn't notice him. But yeah, no, it just felt real empty. But the weather was fucking fantastic.
Well, I was away.
Rained for the first time when you came back on the same day.
The amount of messages were like, could you plan on... I do have another holiday.
Oh, grand.
In a month. For a week. Yeah.
I'll have to line up another guest.
No,
we'll interview.
We'll pre-record. It'll be fine. We'll pre-record. It'll be absolutely okay. But I am away again. I'm not going to say too much about it in case, Covina knocks at my door or fucking...
She's rampant again.
I haven't had it yet. Like, fucking...
Well, not that I know of it. Like, I've tested quite a lot. But anytime I've tested it, I've never had
you
a
haven't
positive.
had it yet. Yeah. Like, so many people getting it a third time, a second. Sean Phipps. I was like, again,
he's
for fuck's. I was like, are you licking glasses at this point? What are you doing to contract this virus? How is it so attracted to you?
I don't know. Like, he's a proper dub as well. Like, I could imagine him licking a few gates now when the after it rains.
Just something like he'd be like, I don't care. And I'd be like, I think you should.
Going over to a gate, I'm thirsty.
Yeah. I'm very thirsty.
I used to do it as a kid. I don't know how I don't have hepatitis.
I know the shit that we used to do.
Genuinely
the stuff that we used to do. And on the Sean Phipps, on that Sean Phipps queue, we also had a lovely episode with him on our Patreon.
Yeah, we did. It's first one. He was so nervous.
Yeah, he was so nervy, but he was fucking gas. He was milling about the gaff, went to the bathroom and everything in the middle of it. We were like, cool.
Twice,
yeah. We were like, all right, very good. So we are on Patreon.
Yes.
You get an additional 5 episodes a month for €6 of your euros.
Yes.
We have the crack over there. We've got a really good one that we're about to record. 2 good ones, actually, that we're about to record.
Yeah, so at the start of every month, well, we try to upload it. It depends, because we have special guests, you see.
Yeah.
So we get a friend of the pod on, and we talk about the events of the months past, and we try to upload it on the first... Could be the fourth.
Basically, the first week.
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
The first week you'll get an additional episode. Yeah.
So tonight we are recording that with a friend of the pod. So one of the days during the month we rally this fucking podcast out.
Yeah.
We should be wrecked by the end of it.
Yeah.
No, but I was saying, so I haven't really talked to you all that much. We've just talked like
I've been in a different time zone.
Different time zone, and we haven't really. Like anything that we have kind of said to each other, we were like, no, we'll catch up when you come back, but it's been kind of business related. Yeah. So I have to get home tonight because Adam has to go to our house because he lives there now with our dogs. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, did you do the thing?
I'll tell you what we did, right? So got on to as you know, I'm buying a house from somebody who we met through a cousin of his that used to rent a house.
Private sale.
It's a private sale. Long-winded process. We're still waiting on probate. It's not official or anything like that. But obviously his cousin had been managing the bills and stuff like that, and she was like looking to switch providers for her own house and stuff like that. So she was like, I can't be managing the bills for this house, you know what I mean? Can I just hand them over, given that they're going to be buying this house? So got on to the owner, said, any chance we can move them over? And I said, yeah, of course. Don't even mind paying the bills if you know you were willing to let
me do it.
Yeah. So she was like, yeah, no, move in as caretakers. Grand.
Oh, fab.
So I'm just waiting. Obviously, we got the house, well, a few of the rooms plastered and we done some bits to it over the Christmas period. Mm-hmm. So it's not livable for Bobby just yet.
Okay. So you're going to stick with Bob.
I'm going to stick with Bob until we have someone to finish this. Just like architraves around the windows where there's drafts and stuff like that. And we need wardrobes. I don't want to be living out of a bag with a 2-year-old.
Definitely not, no.
So
you're better off. Like.
Yeah. So once we get them bits in, then me and Bob can move in. And then it's like, it's unconventional, obviously, because it's not, we can't officially, put up the Insta post with the key, we got our house, and what.
You can go and spend time, though, over there.
Exactly.
With Bob.
I'm looking forward to it.
And with the dogs.
But it's great as well, because it's given us an opportunity to get Bobby used to the house.
Yeah.
Without
being alive one day.
Yeah, exactly. You're moving, you're sleeping in this house now. Like, that's a big fucking change. Because that's what I was saying to Adam. He was like, oh, sure, I'll take him over for sleepovers. And I was like, no, I want him to move into a fully furnished room. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because it's going to be such a big change. And anyway, but it's great to have, when Adam does take him, like for the day or whatever, if I'm doing that, and at the weekends, he can bring him to the house, and he's getting used to the house before he moves in, and he's getting used to being around the dogs all the time as well. Yeah. So it's actually working out pretty well.
It's like a nice soft launch.
It's a soft launch, even though we're still kind of in limbo at the same time, But
you're not really. You've moved further than... you were at your fucking wit's end when I left.
We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there finally. So, I feel like I'm kind of living out with 2 houses at the moment, even though I'm not. It's just because obviously Adam had the freedom, like when he was living in his auntie's with the dogs. Say, when I was recording the podcast, especially the once a month when I don't get home till like 10, half 10. Yeah. He'd stay in my ma's and just look after Bobby. But now he has to be there for the dogs. Oh, yeah. And it's so funny because we have the cameras in the house just for security. So just like looking at the dogs on the live feed all day when you're in work is fucking hilarious.
You're like...
Yeah. There you are now. Junior fucking hates it when Messi is having a nap.
Oh, really?
And one stage, Messi didn't move for I thought he was dead.
Oh, no.
Genuinely, I was like... trying to, pressing the call button.
Get up.
I was like, Messi, Messi, hello. And then I started my new job.
Oh, yeah.
While you're away as well.
Oh, so, yeah. How's that going?
It's good. I really like it. It's up. By the way, personal shout out to Kira Tease Me. Because when I started, there was a few people that recognised me. Oh. And a girl that I was buddying up with, Kira, she's so lovely, she's bubbly, but she was like, oh my God, I was telling my friend that she listens to the podcast. Yeah. So hello to you. And she was like, oh God, I listened to the podcast and I loved that and all. And she was texting her and she was like, oh, I told Jen that you love her. And she was like, tell her I love her kid and all this. Yeah. So it's just like, it's lovely to hear. And then the girl from the canteen came up and took a double take and she's like, you on Instagram? It's great. It's really corporate, which I feel like an adult.
You like that. You like structure. You love a bit of focus and structure.
I love it.
You were the queen of that.
It's a real office environment.
It's a vibe. You're like,
I'm like, nah.
Team.
I really feel like an adult now. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you've got a house, you've got 2 dogs, you've got a child, and now you've a new job. That's very corporate.
Yeah. So I'm delighted with myself now. That's my update. Lovely. Go on, tell us about Mexico. Tell us about your round trip, because you went to America, then you went to Mexico, then you came back.
So we flew to my family first, because obviously I hadn't seen them. Yeah. And since my cousin has been married, mad fucking shit. Like, he's younger than me. And he is in the process of buying a house. Absolute fucking stinger, because in the US, you can't really break. It's not like over here. You know when you break a lease, I'm like, what are you going to do? Who are you going to call? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you... If I'm leaving next month, God bless. Yeah. They can try and keep your deposit, all that other stuff. Now in America, they can actually it's more detailed. It's a lot. There are a lot more. There's people who actually give a shite. Right. I'm sure there is over here, but it's, as far as I'm aware.
Sometimes you can just cut your loss.
You can kind of just boot. Yeah. But in the US, it's not like that. So they got married in October and started looking for a house pretty much immediately. They wanted to get the wedding over first and then start looking for a house. But obviously where they want to live is in DC, which is a very... A place that everybody wants to live, do you know, that kind of way? Like the areas that they're looking at are high demand. That's what I was looking for, are high demand. So they haven't been able, like, some of the houses they were looking at were going for 200k over.
Fuck.
Like, mad shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, the bin was starting at 700 grand before you knew it was at 900. Do you know this
I don't know
shit,
why
like,
I just thought because other countries always just seem so much
doesn't it? It's just
fairer.
like, you would never have the crisis that we do. No, they really do. Like, God bless, they really do. No, gaffs are fucking a lot better than over here.
Are they?
Oh, Jen.
They're bigger and they have more land around
They
them.
have so much space.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know what
They've
is
got
with
garages.
when I think about
2-car garage.
I know. I just like for the weather that they get and all. I've seen too many ripped up houses, to be honest. Like a lot of them are timber and shit like that.
There's gaffs. Like, obviously they're built different. I'm going off the area and what I know and all that other. Like, there's going to be people listening here being like, no, the houses are shit. That's fine. I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
my story.
The shot that
I'm not speaking on behalf of the US of A. I'm speaking on behalf of my cousins and what they're looking at. And do you know what I mean?
That's specific.
I just feel like I have to say it because, oh my God, some of the fucking messages I've got on Instagram, I'm like, now, you know, I'm just speaking from my experience, You know, just me, myself and I.
But I think people should take that on board for everything, though.
No, I do think, but I feel like I have to say it again, Jen, because I don't know what's wrong with people. I'll never understand it. Yeah. It's not something that I would ever do. I would never just assume someone would be speaking on behalf of all of Glasgow when they said they felt unsafe there one time.
Oh, yeah, you probably got rinsed for that, did you?
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck me.
Okay.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the Mexico trip. But yeah, so Stinger, their lease is up in April. If they sign another, then they're locked in for another year, so they have to move back in. Shit one.
Oh God.
No, it's grand. But it was just, I was like, oh, and I didn't realise until I was over there and they were like, oh, have you heard the news? And I was like, no, what news? And they were like, we're moving back. And I was like, oh
God.
It's just, now obviously my aunt is like the queen. Yeah. She's Ray in a female version.
Lovely.
With a lot more focus and a lot more direction. And a lot more American. But they're like the same person. But I was just, you know what it's like when you've moved to. Like if me and Tom had to go back to Ray's, I would genuinely scrape out my eyeballs and fuck them.
I'd eject myself out of this country. I really would. I'd just fucking tour the world.
But I just thought, I was like, oh, what a fucking stinger. Yeah. But yeah, it was great. It was great to see the fam. So we went, saw the fam for a little bit, made sure Tom was okay with the big trip and whatever else. Mm-hmm. And then we bopped down to Mexico, which is only 3 hours away from. So there was only a 3 hour flight, which is absolutely grand. And it was just fucking fab.
Was it?
It was just, lads, it was the fucking crack.
Was this your first time in Mexico or no?
No, We'd been to Cancun before.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something that's, again, it's a personal opinion. I don't care if you had the best honeymoon in X, Y, and Z. I don't care, okay? Yeah. Cancun is a fucking kip compared to Playa del Carmen.
Right, okay.
Like, in Cancun, you're very much in, and it's such a funny one because people think, oh my God, like, also... Cancun is not representation of Mexico. Do you know?
No, it's a tourist resort.
It's the coast, like, but it was just so funny because I was like, I wonder what kind of bag we're getting this time. Because the last time we went to Cancun, we stayed off the strip because we were poor and we were traveling. And we stayed in a totally different kind of area, which was, you know, nobody spoke English and like it was a lot more rural versus, you know, but we could get the bus. We got the bus a couple of times down to the strip. And I was just like, oh God, like you can't actually... Like you've to stay in your resort or stay on the strip, and it's quite difficult. Like you can't just, if you don't like the coffee in your resort, kind of nowhere else you can get it, unless you want to take a bus or a shuttle out of the resort all the way down. Playa del Carmen's not like that. Well, where we were, and we stayed in a boutique hotel, which was just off the main avenue that had like a rooftop pool. But it turned out we didn't know this when we got there, but they had 2 other resorts.
Right.
By the beach on 2 different sides of Playa. Right. So they one in Playa Car, which was kids family friendly, and one called Cocoa Beach, which was again family friendly, and then there was the one which was adults only that we were in.
All right.
Which was the boutique hotel. But it was just fucking the crack. Now, the minute we landed was spring break, which I didn't realise.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. It was just carnage, but it was so much fun.
Was it, yeah.
Like, just...
Was it like a leaving cert holiday?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, except with your fella and you're older and you've money.
Yeah. That sounds like the best holiday.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was real. Like, I was like, oh, this is fucking great crack. I can't believe I actually can spend money on these things.
Yeah.
But it was it was just hilarious. From start to finish, we just had so much fun together. But there was all these little fucking gas bits that kept happening. You know, all these little things that I was like...
It was you had to be there joke for your holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at one point we were at dinner. So we did the all-inclusive option. Because it was just easier. Because sometimes you'd be like, instead of going out to get your lunch, you know the way when you're not really that hungry.
It's a pain in the bollocks.
Pain in the bollocks, or you're lying up at the pool, you might as well just order. And they had 4 restaurants in the...
You always end up eating in the same place anyway, just out of convenience. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of that too. I was like, let's just have nice dinners, and it's cheap. I think it was, in total, I think it was an extra 300 quid to do the all-inclusive, and I was like, that's worth it by the time you add up drinks and everything else like that. But there was some point, the service wasn't fab where we stayed, unfortunately, just wasn't great. Now, they're obviously under a lot of pressure because of spring break or whatever else like that, but they just didn't seem happy ever. And it was gas because when we got off the shuttle, I'd read on Google reviews, they were like, just be careful because they'll try and sell you a timeshare. And I was like, what? And I was like, I don't even understand timeshare. So we get there and they're doing a full tour of the place. And first of all, she was like, do you have 10 minutes for a tour? And I was like, I'm starving, I'm sweaty, I kind of just want a shower and a change. But yeah, we'll do the tour now because I don't have to fucking come back down. And I don't want to be like, where's this and where's that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was 25 fucking minutes. She brought us into the boutique in the fucking place. She was like, and this is the boutique where you can buy this, that, and the other. I was like... And do you want to book a tour? I was like, we've been to Mexico before. We've done Chichen Itza. We've done the cenotes. We've done the fucking water parks. We've done all that fucking adulty entertainment shite. Okay, so I'm just going to sit you down here with... I was like, no. I was like, can we do that later? Yeah, okay, cool. So takes us around. She's like, and here's the spa. And I was like, yeah, lovely jubblies. That's gorgeous. And here's your pool. Yeah, absolutely fab. And here's where you can order it. Yeah, grand. And we're just going to sit down for a few... And I was like, here we go.
Oh, here's the timeshare.
Like, here we go. So she whips out what looked like an Excel spreadsheet. And she was like, oh yeah, but she wasn't really explaining it properly.
Right.
So she was like,
she was trying to
we want you to book with us. You obviously booked, you probably booked with Expedia or Booking.com, and I was like, yeah, I can actually. It was one of them anyway.
Yeah.
It was Booking.com actually because we had to move it so many times. Thank fuck for Booking.com. But she was like, oh, but we want you to book with us. So what we're going to do is you're going to get a massage. And I was like, I'm going to get a massage. Where are we going with this? She's like, you're going to get a massage. And I'm hitting Tom. Do you know what I mean? I'm kicking him under the table. I'm like, this is it. Because he was like, no, babe, that was probably an American. And they do that a lot for people that come down. And I was like, no. We're definitely going to be sold this timeshare. So I'm lamping him underneath the table. And she's like, yes, we're going to bring you to one of the other resorts because we have a presentation that we want to do and show you. Very quick. It's only around 2 hours. And then we...
2 hours?
I was like, what? I went, huh? And she was like, yes, it's tomorrow. Don't worry. We're going to bring you in the morning. We're going to get you the shuttle. We're going to bring you to play a car. And and I was like, hold on. No. I was like, sorry. She was like, no, but then you get a free massage. And I was like, I know, but I'd rather just pay for my massage than sit there for 2 fucking hours.
This is not a business trip, hon.
Do you know?
What the fuck?
This is not
Yeah, we're not here for work. We're here for pleasure. What the fuck?
I'm gonna sit you down and give you a 2-hour presentation. Please don't do that. I just came from my job. I have to go. I don't want to see a deck ever again.
Yeah.
If I see that fucking PowerPoint icon, I will go into traumatized shock.
She's only short to run you into a fucking WhatsApp group. Seriously.
To all the timeshare holders.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I was like, sorry, what's this for? And she was like, oh, because of, and I was like, no. And she was like, because we want to make sure that you book with us, so you stay with us. So, and I go, but we're here now. We've booked. Yeah. We're here now.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, for the future. And I was like, and Tom goes, but we just got here, so we're not even sure if we want to
come back.
Yeah. And she was like, no. The way she was I was like, what way are you trying to explain this timeshare, babe?
Yeah.
What way?
Did you say that to her?
No, I didn't. No, God bless her. She didn't. She had good English, but I just thought it was interesting how this was me. And
it was like a fucking MLM. Like,
and she was like, but then you don't get a massage. And I was like, absolutely perfectly fine. I don't, I was like, do you want the opportunity to be a billionaire in 5 years?
Yeah.
So I was just sitting there like, no. And then she got really cagey with us. And I swear to God, ever since that, none of the staff were sound.
Oh.
So it was mad.
Were they sound before that?
Well, like, we'd only gotten there, but everybody was very friendly at the desk, and there was like a guy, his name was Israel, and he like brought our bags in or whatever, and he was kind of like at the front desk, and we were chatting to him a little bit, and I mean, like, I went down to get a towel off him 2 days later, and he was not sound.
Right.
Yeah. Like, he was very possessive over his towels. I was like, I just need a
Israel.
fucking towel.
Yeah.
Like, I just need a foxy towel. But yeah, ever since we like, there was such a tone, and she was just like, oh, right, well, okay, well then, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm really hungry. She was like, that's why I asked if you want to do the tour later. Oh God. And I was like, you said it would be 10 minutes. We've been here for 25 minutes now, and you want us to go to a presentation tomorrow. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't see the point. Yeah. And she was like, oh, it's fine then, it's fine.
That is fucking bizarre.
I know.
I really want to know what was in that presentation though.
Jen, if you want to go and watch a presentation for 2 hours, I can't do it, babe. I can't do it. I know, me too. I'd like to see what way
Actually, do you know what? There was an episode of South Park where they went on a skiing trip, and that's what it was like. The adults spent most of their time in this cabin with like fucking PowerPoints. Yeah, like with these, and they were literally just trying to sell them timeshares all this fucking time. Yeah. And like, as the episode went on, like, I don't know whether people were buying into it or they were trying to figure it out, and like it was just like, okay, now you're gonna have a lovely meal, and isn't this fucking great? Okay, let's come back in for another meeting. And it was like they were literally working the whole fucking thing. Like, the kids are trying to fucking pizza or French fry out on the slopes, like, oh, stop.
But
that's fucking like, mad.
It was but it was also like they were kind of fuming because we were in the all-inclusive. Do you know that kind of way as well, where you'd like order a drink and they'd be like, oh, what's your room number? So you give your room number and they'd be like, oh, and I'd be,
you were blacklisted.
Yeah, it was just really, really weird. And I was like,
oh, that take away from me.
Like, I was tipping them. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I don't know, like, you're getting your tip.
Yeah.
But it was just a real weird, like, it was just, there was bits, like, I loved the hotel, the room was fab, the whole rooftop area was fucking whopper.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that, there's a lot of beach clubs and rooftop pools and all that other kind of shit. Like, that was all very cool and well and deadly and whatever else like that. But just the staff just really, like, there was, like, it was, and I wouldn't mind, Tom is a lot more patient with things than I am.
Yeah.
I'm pretty patient, but like he was even like, what the fuck is
You're
this?
not expecting to be treated like royalty. Like, we all know that they earn pittance anyway, and they're more than likely going to be. But when you compare it to the staff in, say, Cancun, are they not taught to be like super accommodating? And
it was just, that's what it was strange, because obviously service is service. We had excellent service in every single restaurant we went to.
Yeah.
And we had, like, we literally, and then in the other 2 resorts, we had really good service. It was just in our hotel.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know, that kind of way?
It does seem like it's like,
but it wasn't just like, oh, the pool staff. It wasn't just the restaurant. It was everyone. It was really, when there's like, do you all hate it here? And they probably did, but it was just,
it seems too coincidental.
It was really strange. I will just say that. I was like, okay, this is kind of odd.
Right.
It was just a bit odd. It was a bit but I did, because sometimes, like in Vegas in particular, if you don't tip your server, they'll never fucking come back to you.
Yeah.
But we were. So that's what I didn't do you know what I mean? I was like, but I'm doing the way that I'm doing it the proper way.
Yeah.
So it was a strange buzz. Strange buzz from everything else was amazing. Yeah. But it was just a really strange buzz from the staff.
That's mad.
Yeah, but it was like at one point, and it was actually quite funny, because I think it was more the setup. Now, this might not be funny to use. It was just quite funny at the time. So we like went to dinner, and they had, she was like, it's an Asian restaurant. And then she was like, it's an Egyptian restaurant. And me and Tom were like, not the same thing, but okay. We were like, cool, this is going to be interesting. So it was like Asian fusion.
Yeah.
But it was fab. The way they did it all, it was absolutely gorgeous. But we were there, and first of all, they rallied out our starters. Like, we'd ordered them and they were at our table. You know, that kind of way where I'm like fishy, because I don't really love when I'm like, I just ordered now the foods. Was that sitting around? That kind of thing. But then they took ages for our mains, and I'd ordered a drink with my mains and he hadn't come back with the drink. So I just thought he forgot. So I tried to like flag him down a couple of times. I was like, fuck this. Like, we'll just finish this and we'll go to a bar, whatever. But he came back at the end. But it was really awkward because we had to be like, he like forgot to give us cutlery, so we were like, can we just grab some cutlery? And then it was like, I think Tom needed like a condiment or something, or there was something anyway, and I was like, me again, can I again, I can't eat this with my fingers, me again, can I you know what I mean? Like, me again, can I just get like a glass of water, or, you know? And so he comes back over with this beer, and it was like a can, but we had just finished. So I was like, I don't know why I tried to do it this way. And Tom was like, I don't know what goes through your brain when you do these things. He was like, you should just be like, don't be awkward about it and nobody will be awkward with you. But like, I was like, I don't know what to do. He's just after bringing over this beer, but like, I don't want a beer here. I want to go now. But he's just after bringing it over. So I don't really know what to do. So then like, I ended up putting the can in my bag. But like, at that exact moment, your man came over. And Tom was like, do you understand that he's just after coming over to us? He's after seeing, but he was like, it was the way that you looked up. He was like, you were like, oh, hi, how are you? Yeah. Hi, yeah. Can we just get La Cuenta? Yeah, thanks a mil there. As if like you were trying to pie off putting this can in your bag. And he was like, it's all inclusive. Like, your man's probably being like, why are you trying to rob the beer? It's all inclusive. It was just like little things like that I was like, oh my God, this is wild. I haven't been on holiday in a while. But,
I think it's gone a bit weird after COVID, but that does, it seems like coincidental. So, main question, would you go back? Would you get a timeshare?
I wouldn't get a timeshare, no. I would go back. We just, there's something about...
Did anybody else arrive with you? You know when you go on holidays generally, like to Tenerife, and a shuttle pulls up, there's about 10 families going to the same hotel.
We got a private shuttle.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be like, I don't do well in shuttle buses in general.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like, I sit up the front of the taxi, like I'd practically asked to drive it myself. Wouldn't you?
So nobody else was there to
nobody was else to share my joy. Now, we met a few fucking people around the old pool, you know, that kind of way.
And were you chatting about it, or was it a thing like, did you get fucking off at the presentation? Did you go to the presentation? Okay.
So like, they were all like, oh yeah. And I was like, so this is a thing. Now, there were some people that were only there for the weekend, and they were kind of like, I'm
not wasting 2 hours of me weekend.
Yeah. So there was a lot of that, but nobody actually went for the presentation.
Oh, did you not?
I didn't meet anybody that went for the presentation.
So you'd wonder what the majority is like. Do you know?
Just read Google reviews and it says it right there. Like, the highest rated review is a guy being like, just be careful, they're going to start trying to show you a timeshare.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, timeshare.
It's mad. Like I understand it's probably more beneficial for them to have like shareholders, like stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, and it was funny because the guy in the review was like, I went for it.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then I realised I'm not gonna, he was like, I wasn't mad about the place.
Yeah.
And he was like, so I just tried to cancel it, and they gave you like a 30-day opt-out.
Yeah.
But like 4 months later, they were still charging them.
Oh God.
And I was like, this just seems very con artistry.
It does.
Karla con artistry. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what would make them think you'd want to be spending 2 hours of your fucking holiday in the boardroom? Like, madness.
Yeah, it was mad. It was mad, but it was fab.
Fabulous.
We just had the crack. And
how many days in total were you there for in Mexico?
So we were in Mexico for 9.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and then we were with my aunt for 7.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I didn't realise you were in America for that long.
Yeah, because we were 3 on either end. Did you get me? We were 3 on this end.
Yeah. Lol, at me only WhatsApping you while you were on the plane saying, here, will you get us crest?
4 on the other end. I know. I was like, I had that amount of fucking time.
I just never thought. And then I didn't.
Because everyone's always like, you're grand. And then you're like, shit, there is things I need.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But you can get most things over here now.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was saying, because to her, I was like, do you want me to bring over anything? And she was like, you can get pretty much everything over here now. You can get Tato, you can get Kerrygold, you can get, like, she was like, you can get pretty much everything.
I will do.
Apart from Marks and Spencer's cornflake bites.
Cornflake bites?
Yeah. She loves them, so I brought them over.
Never heard of them.
And my cousin loves the Knorr chicken noodle soup.
Right.
So I had to bring that over. But otherwise, absolutely, you can pretty much get everything. You pretty much get everything over here, but you can pretty much get everything over there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tesco have a US section, don't they?
Yeah.
And then Candyland do a lot of the American...
They do.
Yeah.
But I will say, Jen, it doesn't matter that you know that because people still DM you letting you know.
What do you mean?
She can get that at home.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm here now.
I'm just grabbing them while they're here.
While I'm here hot. Now.
Without the export fees, I'm going to grab them while I'm
going to buy
Target.
it for $2, then €12.
Yeah.
Now, because I'm here now. Do you know?
I'm just going to grab that.
I'm just going to get that now.
I'm going to bulk buy it.
You can get that at home. I swear to God, you can get that at home.
Treating America like a musgrace.
Yeah.
Like, you do. You be in your element.
Oh.
It's like going into a chemist in England.
I spent hours.
Did you?
I spent an hour and a half in one supermarket. Straight.
They're fucking unbelievable.
Just going through the aisles.
Like Walmart is a different kettle.
Walmart's yeah, that's different gravy. Target, I like to call it Target. Giant. Love a Giant too.
A Giant?
Yeah, a Giant. But it was also great because I was driving over there. So you know when you're like, I can just bring myself anywhere.
Oh,
I can just do whatever the fuck I want. I'm a free fucking
US
bird.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Jesus, being free in the US of A now.
That's what I mean. I'm just like, do you want to go to the drive-thru? Yeah.
Wendy's.
Do you want to go here? Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, so it was all very cruise and, you know. But have to say, I don't, like, there's been so many times where I've been like, I think I'll move. And this time I was like, no, I'm actually happy in Ireland.
Oh, you were going to move to America?
Yeah, well, I used to live there, but also there's been so many other times where I've been like, I think I'll go.
Yeah.
And then I was like, when I was there this time, I was like, no, I'm actually
content enough.
I like having this as an option.
Why is that?
First of all, it's so expensive. Now, I know you're on triple the wage you would be here, but you're on triple the fucking amount of shit that you've to, like, even again, when it comes to like houses, my aunt was telling me that there's like a property tax, essentially. I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's called something, but that's pretty much as like some property taxes are like $800, $1,200 a month. That's your mortgage.
A month.
A month.
We have property tax here, but I think it's yearly.
But like, and it just depends on the price of the house and the area that it's in as well. So like the closer you get to a capital,
the
worse it is. So even though, say, my aunt doesn't have a mortgage anymore because they've paid it off, they still have to pay this do you know what I mean?
That's what they introduced that.
Fucking crazy.
I don't think it's that recent over here, but they have changed it. It was based on the value of your house, and I mean, changes with the market, and it's a tax that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And it's just because I suppose when you're living in Ireland and you haven't gone on holidays, and you're just seeing, like, this week alone they announced that the gas, electricity, everything like that is going up, obviously.
By 25 to 30%.
Yeah. Which is absolutely huge. The fuel obviously has gone up everywhere because of Russia and Ukraine. And then I got an email yesterday just on top of, like, I was literally just after hearing it in the background on the news, and I was scrolling through my phone and I got an email in from the creche saying that their fees were going up. I was like, when does it end? Yeah. But then you have to think about the likes of America. Like, I've seen TikTok videos from women just after having kids being billed
exactly
50 grand.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like the medical, like I was just thinking, I was like the medical system. Obviously, lots of people have medical insurance, but you're still left with like
a $2,000 bill just for an A&E visit. Like,
yeah, but you're still left with a lot of that over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you still have to pay a contribution toward it. But there's just, I don't know, not even about that. To drive fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Now this is just where I was. Like, obviously, that's not. Again, not representative of anything. But like Connor was telling me, my cousin was telling me about one of his friends who just moved into a 1-bed, 1-bath apartment in New York, and it was 1.25 million.
The price of the apartment?
Yeah. But that's New York. And another one of his friends was renting. Now, it was obviously a very nice apartment, but the rent even in New York, in the apartment, do you get me? Like, even the rent, like one of his mates was paying $5,000 a month for a 1-bed, 1-bath.
I was going to say,
that was cheap.
I feel like $6,000 is about the average.
About the average. And now obviously everyone's like, well, that's New York. And I'm like, yes, I get it. I understand all of these things. But there's just...
It's just crazy.
It's not... like, obviously I used to live in California, so it's very different because you're on a different kind of side of things. But like, you have to drive fucking everywhere, as I was saying. There's little things that I was like, no, I actually don't think I could do it over here. Do you know, there's just all these little fucking catch.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to function in America, to be completely honest with you. Yeah. Like, I struggle with the tax system here. Do you know what I mean?
The tax system here is pretty shit too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they've got great fucking tax relief on, you know, inheritance and capital gains and all that other kind of stuff. Like, they've got great bits and bobs on that. But, you know, just there was something about it this time that I was like, nah,
not for me.
Nah. Happy.
Right. Well, that's good.
At home.
That's a nice realisation.
There's just been so many times that I've been like, I think I should just go. I think we should just do it. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, figure out the visas, all that other kind of crack.
Yeah.
And now this time I was like, no, you're actually happy where you are.
Yeah. That's good. That's a nice realisation after a trip. Especially when you go to a place, and I know you're very used to it and raised American and everything like that, and you've been loads of times. But, like, when you go to somewhere like that and it's such a novelty and you're just like, oh, wouldn't it be great?
Yeah. The novelty was gone. That's what I mean. And those are all shit. I'm not really explaining myself, but I just know off the vibes. Do you get me? And I was like, this wouldn't suit me. This little bit in Bob wouldn't suit me. That doesn't make sense to me. Don't like that, you know?
Yeah.
All these other things, whether it's when you're younger, you're so like, but it's just so, it's America.
I know, yeah. It does. And like, they always, even any of them, say another, and going back to that example of the videos that you see where it's like Americans comparing, say like the health system or whatever. That's probably the biggest thing that like you could do, like just to have a baby. It's fucking
it's
chronic.
Crazy.
And then like the time that you get off work and stuff like that and your entitlements, it's absolutely shite. But it's when you, I don't know where I was going with that. Train of thought. The train of thought.
The train of thought has left the fucking building.
Gone. No, it's, well, I suppose when you see videos, that's what I was going to say. It's the comments on those videos where it's just like, oh my God, the American dream. And you do realise America is just a business.
And that's the thing. It was the sheer consumerism that was taking over my body the whole time that I was there.
So look at you.
And I know. I know. But that's for many reasons.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you know, when you're there and I'm like, I can do this. Why am I doing it?
You're buying shit on your holidays.
I'm buying shite in me hollybops. Instead of like, when we used to go over, we used to fucking fill our shit. Like, we're doing an actual episode on shite that you buy in your hollybops. But,
that's going on Patreon. That's going on Patreon. The description. Go to the description and tap on that link.
Yeah. Tap on that little link and sign up to our podcast. But it's so hard to explain. It's like when we were younger, you'd go over and you'd buy all the fucking Tommy Hilfiger and the Ralph Lauren and the fucking Abercrombie and all that
Claire's
other shit.
Was on wheels.
Yeah, do you know what yeah, and you'd be like, oh yeah, this is whopper.
Look, American Claire's.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know.
Disney store.
We went into American H&M. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know, madness.
I'm European. But those little bit, whereas this time I was like, these are all the little things that I can't get at home that I do enjoy. Spend most of my time with me little trinkets in my kitchen and me little trinkets.
Yeah, you have a bar, like.
Yeah.
Makes sense for tequila, like the sheer amount of tequila that you want.
Makes sense to buy 7 bottles of tequila.
Mexican tequila. That's where it comes from. You know?
Exactly. That's what I mean. I'm like, this is what I was talking to my friend. She was like, are we such fucking losers? We used to go over there and rally Victoria's Secret out of it. She's like, now we go over, and I was in Target and I was like, if only we had a home section like this.
Yeah.
In Ireland.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'd be made up, so I would.
I always see them because I'd be mad into the DIY videos and it's like, this is what I picked up in Target.
And it's like, I just went to Michael's and I got all these organisation things and I'm like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, Michael's.
See, they just make, there's things that just make life easier for people over there.
It's kind of like having a Shein shop. And I know, you don't need to do it. I know there's a pop-up. I know there's a pop-up. Yeah, I know.
You can get that in St. William Street.
It's like, that's what I'm saying. Don't fucking do it. I know about the pop-up. But it's like having, say, like Wish or AliExpress in a shop.
In front of you.
And I know it's absolute, it's shit. It's all fucking rallied around in little sweatshops. And I know it's like not sustainable stuff and it just stands for shit consumerism. But a lot of stuff is very handy for the house. Like,
you wouldn't get muddies is all I'm saying.
Mr. Price could never.
Just saying, sorry, Mr. Price, but you couldn't.
You know we love you.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, but do you ever see that? It's like, I'm just going to not upskill. Upcycle this, and I'm going to use everything from the dollar store.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck are you getting a glue gun, these nails, this like material, good quality, nice stuff at the fucking dollar store?
I know, yeah. I want to see the shit that they do to IKEA bits.
Oh, I know.
Creaming myself.
I know. There's actually, I've got a good guy that for you to follow. Maybe he can be the social star.
Right, so it's my unpopular opinion then.
Yeah.
This episode.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to have to think of one. Keep them going there while I look it up.
What? Keep them going. Keep what going?
Keep the podcast going while I
keep the podcast going. I keep the what going. What would you like me to keep going?
Keep up my unpopular opinion. I have them all crossed out. I haven't taken that down in a while. What's an unpopular opinion of mine?
Is your phone about to lose battery?
No, that's my watch. The watch.
Do you have an Apple Watch?
We've talked about this.
I got AirPods Pro.
Oh.
My aunt got them for me, actually. She got me a set. She got Thomas. She's so fucking cute. Because the other ones, massive difference. The noise cancellation does make a massive difference. But it's also because the other ones that I had, which were like the first gen AirPods, were my ears are very small.
The shape on them is shit.
What, I thought you, on my ears. I thought you were slagging my ears, and I was like, I can't change my ears.
Shit ears and Apple have shit earbuds.
I was like, excuse me, that's rude.
No, your little ears always get real sweaty when you're wearing them headphones, bless you.
I know, it's because
little tiny yolks.
They're tiny.
Little tiny ears.
They're the smallest ears. But yeah, so I found it difficult. So I got the other ones in Costco, my fucking favourite place ever.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I do want a 24 pack of beef jerky. 300 pieces per pack.
For Pippin.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, yeah. Bring it home. They had dog pittas.
Fuck off.
They were, but as like as in like, it was like a blanket thing, but they were shaped like a pitta.
Yeah.
So the dog was supposed to crawl in and then you just flap it down. A little dog pitta.
The
softest wool.
I was going to say, it's a blanket.
It was gorgeous. And do you know what I got as well? Do you remember Rihanna got stung? Not stung. She got caught shopping in Target.
Yeah.
And there was people taking photos. And she bought that little dress. And everybody was like, oh, she must be having a baby girl. So, because she bought that. Now it's a fab. It's like a orange, like, maybe like tulle and organza kind of situation. It's fab.
Yeah.
It's because I got one for my friend.
Did you?
Her little girl.
Same one?
Got the same one. I got the Rihanna dress. Here's me being like, oh, fucking buying that for Shauna's baby.
Yeah.
So it's got, so I got her the Rihanna dress. And it's got little bloomers underneath.
Imagine being so famous that you went into Penny's.
Oh, it's sold out fucking everywhere, by the way. I got like the last one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Imagine being so famous that you went into Penny's and people started taking pictures of you because you were getting a 7-pack of socks.
I know. And then guessing the gender of your child.
Fuck sake. Just going in for a bag.
I know. Just going in for it. Target has everything.
Yeah.
You can get anything there.
Guns, tents.
Can't get guns there anymore.
Can you now?
No.
Good.
I'm not sure if you could get them at Dick's Sporting Goods, but you can't get them there anymore. My
used to be
uncle
able to
was
get them at
telling me.
Walmart.
Yeah, you can't get them there anymore. I don't think.
That's good. I'm delighted
maybe it's
now.
in that. See, it's so difficult. Maybe is it in that state, or maybe they just now you have to actually go
to Texas
to a gun shop. No, you can still get them fucking anywhere.
Go to the dollar store in Texas.
Yeah, but my aunt was actually telling me a story about.
I know Texas is a state. I know it's fucking huge. It was a joke. Just before I'm
it was a funny joke. My aunt actually was telling me a story about one of her neighbours had never had a gun. They went and bought a gun. Guess what happened?
What?
They're showing their wife the gun. Fucking didn't have the safety on. Shot through the leg.
My God.
Shot her through the leg.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Safe.
Full on.
There's another reason not to live in America.
But I was just like, this is... I was like, you do realise? And she was like, yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. The irony of that, like.
I was like, that is just fucking absolutely gas. So, yeah.
Yeah. Right. My unpopular opinion is then America's not that great. Right. Just, and no offense, because
it's getting worse. I feel like it used to be better, or maybe we were younger.
No, do you know what? I feel like when we were more ignorant, or like the blissfully ignorant thing about like, oh my God, America is so amazing. I just like, it's grand for 2 weeks. It's grand for Florida in 2 weeks if you don't get fucking targeted by someone. Like, Florida's mental as well.
Florida's mad. If you don't get shot by someone, you'll get shot by a crocodile.
Exactly. You know? No, it's gators.
Oh, you don't get shot by a gator.
No, you go out and you need to, in Florida, if you don't have like the mesh over your pool out the back, you will be attacked by a gator.
Yeah, it's fucking madness.
It's fucking.
I don't think I could live. That's another reason why I could never go near Australia.
Why?
Imagine finding one of them fucking spiders in your bath. I would simply move out.
Yeah, the huntsman and all them.
Yeah.
It depends. Like, I'm sure there's people that are in Australia going, I could never live in Ireland because of the ladybirds. There's probably
never live in Ireland because, your government's shite and
the rain.
And
stuff like that.
I know, but I was having this debate with everyone. There's more rain in Rome, so fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's more rain in Rome.
I like to put a positive on it and pretend that I live in Forks when it's fucking miserable.
Oh, you're like looking at I'll ease your pain.
No, not even like living in Twilight. I'm Belle. Thanks. So. Oh, I saw the Batman while you were away.
Yeah?
I liked it.
Do you understand where I was coming from?
I do. I did not like Arpats as a mosher.
I know,
he looks fucking ridiculous.
Why did they dye his hair?
Where's your sound gone? I don't know. Oh, do you?
Hello?
Now?
Hello?
Oh, fuck. Need to stop jumping on that case when we're closing it.
Yeah.
What did you say? You hated the way?
Why did they dye his hair that dark?
I don't know. It was ridiculous.
Floppy fringe.
I'm just glad that he spent most of the film as Batman rather than Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
Do you know what I mean?
I didn't like him as Bruce Wayne. I didn't like
really
him.
Didn't. I was just like, oh my God, it was very strange. Adam, of course, absolutely loved it.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is another, unpopular opinion. Oh, good. We're talking over the jingle. They can hear us.
I know that. They deserve to hear us.
I did not like Catwoman. Didn't like her.
You take that back immediately.
I just found her so fucking annoying. I just really did. She really fucking annoyed me. For no particular reason. I just wasn't mad on it. I don't. Yeah. It's just.
That is.
I was like, shut up. Every time she came on the screen, I was like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
She was just a bit of a drip, in my opinion, but for no particular reason.
Yeah.
She is a stunning woman. She is a stunning actress. She's fantastic. Like, her performance, like, she did a really good job. I just found the whole character.
I don't love the character of Catwoman in general. Because it's always so like, Brucey. And you're like, okay, chill out.
And like, even her mask was just fucking stupid. I could have made that myself. Like, I'd have knitted that myself, crocheted that, if you will.
I didn't really understand.
Like, the whole, like, wasn't
some
she
of the
leather?
Russian connection. That whole thing was just like, baby, are you okay? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
I don't call my mates baby.
And her friend, yeah, like, it was just, no, I just found her to be a bit of a drip. Can't lie.
Yeah, like I was confused about. Yeah, there was,
and you were dead right. They could have taken an hour out of it.
Yeah,
like, it was just far too
long.
And like, when he was doing the Riddler stuff, and he was just like, "And what does it mean?" And then, "Oh, do you remember this happened 2.5 years ago? Let me refresh your memory." And then he'll go on to, and then it all makes sense. Like,
that's what I mean. I was like, it's paint by numbers here.
Yeah, I liked the Riddler.
Yeah, he's good. What's his name? Paul Dano.
Yeah, Paul Dano.
Yeah,
and looking forward to Barry Keoghan.
Yeah,
as the Joker.
He
looks terrifying.
He's having a baby.
Yeah. Somebody actually messaged into the podcast page, the Instagram, saying, I know it's not related, but you were talking about Barry Keoghan lately, and usually when we talk about somebody.
Yeah. And now, didn't I sort the weathers out for you? I fucking told you.
Sorted out the weather for us. You manifested that. Barry Keoghan's having a baby. Looks like a boy. A boy?
It is a boy. They had the blue confetti at the gender reveal.
I don't know. He was a bit fucking in his story. He was like, I don't know why people have opinions. We're happy here. But so he was with a girl for. I was
going to say, did he have a? Was he with a bird for years and years?
Shona.
Shona.
Yeah, Shona, and they broke up, and I feel like that wasn't that long ago.
Last summer.
was like, less than a year, I think. So for him to be, I think that's why people are probably, I haven't seen anybody talking negatively about him now, but he obviously has.
He obviously has.
Like for him
he hasn't
to
let us in, but
for him
hasn't told me and Jen specifically.
I don't know about any of the gossip, but so Barry, if you're listening, you know what I mean? Oh, I meant to put up the picture of me and him in Lafayette. I'll do that. I will do that. This is out on Sunday. I'll put it up on the Instagram on Monday. So make sure you're following. Thanks so much. You have a stomper, do you?
I have a stomper.
Okay.
Karla's Stomper of the Week. So this one is influenced by my time in Latin America.
Oh, I love a bit of Latino music.
So I thought this was interesting. So this is everywhere at the moment. It's called Involver, and it's by an artist called Anita. And she is the first Brazilian person to ever have a top 10 hit in America.
Fuck off.
Yeah, isn't that fucking insane? She's got 65 million followers on Instagram. But now, what I will say is that like this is the same beat for every single
song,
Latin pop dance song at the moment. You
yeah.
And that's another thing about Playa del Carmen. You can't run away from the music. The music is heavy and hard everywhere.
I like that. I would like
but
that.
after a while, like all day, Jen, from 9 a.m. Really? It's very like I like a bit of music. I like a bop, but even some of the nights I was like, oh Jesus!
It's just not. It's like it's literally like Havana Nights.
Yeah.
Was it Dirty Dancing 2 or Dirty Dancing 3? One of them.
One of them was
Havana Nights. Yeah.
So you're gonna know exactly what the song sounds like, but it is a bop.
Okay, right.
And I have listened to it in the car. I'll just fast forward it.
Si con minutos ya vas a venirte, me tienes como para derretirte. Solo Dios sabe lo que me hiciste. Cógelo chiste, y así con minutos ya vas a venirte. Me tienes como para derretirte. Solo Dios sabe lo que me hiciste. Y no te vayas a volver, sé que lo hacemos y tú vas a volver. Un perreíto en la pared.
Well, you will.
No, but I've heard it by various artists.
You have heard it.
Yeah, they all have it. Is that Spanish or Portuguese? Because she's Brazilian.
I don't know. I haven't actually. I actually didn't check that part, but like the video was blown because it's just she's got a fantastic arse.
Okay.
And the video is her just basically shaking her arse the whole time.
Oh, brilliant. I do appreciate good arse on a woman.
I love a bum.
Yeah, I love a little bum shake.
I love a little bum shake of a lovely
bummed
song.
woman.
Of a lovely bummed woman of a lovely song. Doom, 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 doom.
So I'm not the only woman who looks at other women's arses.
No.
Oh, good.
Like I was fascinated.
Good.
Because it just came up on my.
Oh, well, you're talking about the telly. I'm talking about real life.
Oh yeah, no, I do. I love a woman's body.
Yeah.
Sorry, another thing, the amount of BBLs.
Oh really?
Yeah,
that's where they go for them,
I
isn't
know,
it?
but like as in fully healed BBLs, like lots of Americans, a ton of them.
Yeah.
Loads of photos being taken. I was like, oh fuck.
Hey.
Yeah.
Right.
I was
Still
doing
very
spotted
dangerous
BBL.
to advise against.
Yeah. Still not something I would recommend.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
All right, thanks a million for listening. We're going to go and record our 2 Patreon episodes now, and all the links that you might need will be in the description below. Just give them a little tap, and we will talk to you next week. Love you. Bye.
Bye, girlies, boys, and everybody.
Thank you.